brews and reviews.
Hey, this is Homa from PA Loggers, Brews and Reviews. I'm still in front of my Yuengling cans, and this video is about Yuengling, sort of. It's about Yuengling lager alternatives. Now, why am I pushing Yuengling lager alternatives? Well, there's some people out there that only drink Yuengling lager, and it's so popular and so available, you might get sick of it. I like it once in a while when it's the only thing available. If it's up against Miller and Labatt's and Bud Light and something else, and maybe Stella. People like Stella. Stella's really not that good, to be honest. and Guinness or whatever. Yuengling's a nice option. It's a nice amber lager. Yuengling's a nice amber lager. It has some sweetness. It has some cherry notes to it. But there are other great amber lagers out there, and I don't know if people know that. So I'm going to show you some nice amber lagers that are out there that you might want to try, that you might want to see in your beer distributors or even on tap if you could find it. Sometimes it's hard to find good amber lagers on tap because Yuengling is the amber lager that's on tap. Even Sam Adams Boston Lager, which is a Vienna lager, an amber type lager, is hard to find because they only put their Sam Adams holiday type lagers on tap, like their winter lager and their Oktoberfest. You rarely see Boston Lager on tap at bars, eating establishments, things like that, where they don't have 100 different beers on tap or 100 different IPAs and things like that. When you want a nice lager, it's sometimes hard to find something other than Yuengling. So I'll show you a couple Yuengling alternatives coming up. And the first one I'll mention, if you're ever out to eat, particularly at a PJ Whelihan's, actually only at a PJ Whelihan's, and there's a couple of these near me, is their Copper Lager. It's made by Victory, and it's fantastic. It's a little sweet, it's a little toffee-like, it has some caramel, and it's really nice. It goes down really easy. And if you don't have any PJ Whelihan's near you, try to pick up some Victory Fest beer when you can. At the end of summer and early fall, it's a really great fest beer. Very flavorful, much like the Copper Lager. And I didn't see this one around this summer, but I had it last summer, and it was really good. Victory Classic Lager. It's classic, easy drinking lager. And it's kind of bready, kind of sweet, just really nice. Goes down really easy as well. If you see those around, next summer, pick some up. And of course, another Yuengling alternative is Sam Adams Boston Lager. Their Vienna lager is wonderful, classic. It has some caramel notes to it, yet it also has a hop bite at the end. So it's a lot more hoppy than a Yuengling if you're not into that, but it's really flavorful. And I had this one on vacation over the summer. I picked it up in Delaware, but it's actually from Pennsylvania. It's Delco by 2SP, and it's a amber lager, and it's just really smooth and really nice. It was a perfect summer beer. Neshaminy Creek makes a really fantastic Churchville lager. It's an amber lager, Vienna type lager, and it's nice and sweet and really drinkable. Goes down really easy. It's sweet without being too sweet, and it's just really smooth. It's sometimes harder to find, so try and ask your beer distributor to see if you could get it during some of the cooler months, or stop by one of the Neshaminy Creek tap rooms. In a perfect world, this would be the lager that everybody drinks instead of Yuengling. It's fantastic. It's Workhorse's Golden Lager. It's bready, it has a little sweetness at the end, and it has a little bit of hop bite to it. It's just really nice. It's a man's lager. It's just really tasty. Every time I have some, I think, why don't I get more of this? So if you see it, pick it up. You won't be disappointed. Sly Fox Golden Helles is always a nice option that's available in a lot of places, including supermarkets. Has a nice little bit of breadiness to it, a little bit of sweetness at the end, and has a great price point too. So it's always nice to pick up a 6-pack of Golden Helles. And on the subject of Sly Fox, their Slugger Unfiltered Pils is fantastic. They serve it at Phillies games and Pirates games, but that's a really great summer Pilsner if you get a chance to have one of those as well. And also if you see Redding Premium Beer, it's more of a lighter beer with a really nice taste to it. Has a little bit of sweetness to it, but Sly Fox bought the recipe and I guess the branding for that, so they brew that now. It used to be made by Sunshine years ago, and then Schmitz used to brew Redding beer, but it's a really nice light lager type premium beer, and you might see that at sports events as well, especially around Reading or around outside Philadelphia. And if you happen to see Penn Pilsner around, particularly at Wegmans, they have them sometimes. It's a really nice Pilsner. It's actually a Vienna lager, they say on their website, but it has an amber kind of color to it. It's nice and light like a Pilsner though. It's kind of like a lighter lager, so it'd be a nice Yuengling alternative if you do see it around. And during summer and fall months, if you can, pick up Penn Brewery's Oktoberfest. I think it's their best lager. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's very light and really drinkable. I love this stuff. I get a case of it and I drink it right through to the winter. So pick this up if you can in the fall before it sells out. Locust Lane out of Malvern, PA makes a really nice amber lager. I picked this up by chance at Wegmans and I became an instant fan. It was fantastic and it's really smooth, but it has a little hop bite to it. Very different than some other beers, maybe a little bit like Boston Lager, but a nice Yuengling alternative. Very tasty. If you see it around, pick it up. Mountain Dog Lager is from Retriever Brewing Company, and it's just a few miles from where I live in Orfield, PA. Actually, it says Kutztown, PA on the can because I think Saucony Creek may do some brewing for them or they may use their facilities, but really nice, smooth, easy drinking amber lager. Tastes fantastic when it's ice cold. Now, this beer is not from Pennsylvania. It's from New Jersey, Ship Bottom Brewery. Their robust Barnegat Lager is excellent. If you have this, you will never have Yuengling again. You'll be like, why am I drinking Yuengling when I could have this? Now be careful because I think it's 6% alcohol, so you can't have too many of them, but it's a really nice lager. Fantastic. Some good brews from Ship Bottom. Another New Jersey brewery, Cape May Brewing, released their Longliner lager this past summer, and they put it in 12 packs right away, and they must have knew what they were doing because it's really good. It's one of the best lagers I had all summer, and it has kind of a little bit of a hop bite at the end. So it starts off smooth and then has a little bit of a grainy cereal hop bite at the end. Really nice, but still really smooth and drinkable. Fantastic. A great summer beer or beer you could have all year round. They do really nice lagers at Cape May. And you certainly can't talk about classic amber lagers without mentioning Great Lakes of Ohio. They make a fantastic amber lager called Elliott Ness. If you ever see this, pick it up. It's really nice. Every time I have it, I think, why don't I drink this all the time? But it's kind of like a special treat. So they make really good beers. Their Dortmunder Gold Lager is also fantastic as well. A really great, bold, golden lager. And I can't even talk about lagers without talking about Von Trapp. Their Vienna lager is superb, as is all their lagers. So I'd always recommend, if you can, pick up their variety pack. They have one in the summer that has Kolsch, and they have one in the winter months that has their Dunkel lager. But Von Trapp from Vermont makes fantastic lagers. You got to try them out if you can find them near you. And another New England brewery, Jax Abbey, makes really great lagers. They have a great house lager. All their beers are fantastic. Their Copper Legend Oktoberfest is excellent, as is their amber lager called Red Tape, which may be a little harder to find in Pennsylvania. But check out Jax Abbey if you ever see their beers near you or in beer distributors. And that's it for now, as far as beers that I've tried that I thought would be good Yuengling alternatives. If you know of any others, just put them in the comments and let me know, and suggest any others that you might find, whether it's price point or whether it's taste, that may be similar or even better than Yuengling. So just wanted to point that out for all you Yuengling lager drinkers out there. Thanks for checking out PA Lagers, Brews, and Reviews. We'll see you next time. And check out over 200 reviews at my Untapped profile at RM Homa. That's a nice Pils.